must feel it, because I do.
I do not know what to say.
You do not have to say anything.
I do not.
Dearest gentle viewer, it looks like we'll be seeing a familiar face back in the ton, along with a bunch of intriguing new ones. Netflix gave us a little Valentine's treat on February 14th by dropping a sneak peek at Bridgerton Season 4. This teaser didn't just offer pretty shots and lavish costumes, it also revealed that one of the fan-favorite characters from earlier seasons is making a return. So, who's coming back to grace the ballroom floor? Toward the end of this behind-the-scenes video, we catch a quick but delightful glimpse of Jonathan Bailey fully dressed in his Regency best, giving a playful wave to the camera. Of course, Bailey plays Anthony Bridgerton, the eldest sibling, and seeing him back instantly amps up the excitement. The teaser had more gems sprinkled throughout. At one point, we see newcomer Yeren Ha as Sophie Beck, wandering through a lush, ornate garden in a gorgeous, shimmery gown and wearing a delicate white masquerade mask. Meanwhile, Benedict Bridgerton, played by Luke Thompson, watches her quietly from a fountain nearby, masked himself. In this soft moment, Sophie turns to Benedict and says, "It is a spectacular night." That line alone promises this will be an evening neither of them, nor us viewers, will forget. Not long after, we see them dancing under a gazebo in the same outfits, clearly signaling their romance will be the beating heart of Season 4. Fans were also treated to brief appearances by other beloved characters. The teaser featured Season 3 lovebirds Penelope Featherington and Colin Bridgerton, plus Eloise Bridgerton, Violet Bridgerton, and Lady Danbury. But there's still one big mystery hanging over all this excitement. Netflix hasn't revealed an official release date yet. Even so, Nicola Coughlan has assured us the wait will be worth it. She told E! News that it's going to be, quote, amazing, and spoke about how much fun Luke and Yeren are having on set. So it sounds like Season 4 is shaping up to be something special. And unless the show decides to mix things up again in Season 5, fans of the books can finally look forward to the character who's arguably the series' best getting the spotlight. Netflix recently announced that Bridgerton is locked in for Seasons 5 and 6, and that set off plenty of guessing games about which sibling stories are next. After skipping over Benedict's Cinderella-style romance to focus on Colin and Penelope in Season 3, the show now has the perfect chance to realign with Julia Quinn's original book order. The books started with Daphne's dramatic journey and then went on to explore each sibling's love story pretty much in age order and by their alphabetical names. The show flipped that script by choosing to highlight Colin and Penelope first, probably because their relationship already had a lot of setup. Plus, Penelope's dangerous double life as Lady Whistledown added extra intrigue. Now, as much as Season 5 seems destined to center on Eloise, there's still a genuine chance the series could switch things up again. And honestly, Eloise has been one of the best characters on Bridgerton from day one. She's whip-smart, funny, proudly independent, and not afraid to challenge the rigid expectations of her time. Even though she often butts heads with her mother, she never sacrifices her core beliefs. She's loyal to the people she loves and fiercely protective, and her messy friendship with Cressida made sense given everything she's been through. Her best friend had turned out to be the town's biggest gossip. That betrayal left Eloise vulnerable, and Cressida was simply there at the right, or wrong, moment. Across the last couple of seasons, Eloise has done a lot of growing. Now that she's uncovered Penelope's secret identity as Lady Whistledown and all that drama has finally settled, she's entering a new chapter. For the first time, she might actually be open to falling in love, but it has to be on her terms. Eloise deserves someone who lets her be completely herself. That's what I'm hoping we'll see if Season 5 becomes her story. Based on the books, that would make perfect sense. The fifth Bridgerton novel, To Sir Philip with Love, is Eloise's turn in the spotlight. At the end of Season 3, we saw her heading off to Scotland with Francesca, Francesca's new husband John Sterling, and his cousin Michaela. Hopefully that time away will give Eloise some breathing room from the tense dynamic with Penelope and the pressure of the London marriage market. Maybe she'll come back with a clearer heart, ready to meet someone who genuinely sees her. One of the book's big themes is that despite Eloise loving her independence, she starts feeling lonely after watching so many of her siblings pair off and start families. That might hit even harder after Benedict finds love next season, because the show has built such a lovely sibling relationship between him and Eloise. If her free-spirited brother can settle down, maybe she'll start wondering if she could have that too. But here's the thing, there's still a chance the show might juggle the order again. Season 3 spent quite a bit of time on Francesca, watching her quietly fall for and marry John. For book readers, we know John isn't her final love. Francesca's real epic romance involves Michael, now Michaela, in the show, and since Michaela's already been introduced, Bridgerton might be tempted to finish out Francesca's story before diving into Eloise's. To be honest, that wouldn't be entirely wrong. The show hasn't done much to lay the groundwork for Eloise's book romance yet. If they stick with the original plan of pairing her with Philip Crane, there's a lot of work ahead to make it believable. Marina Thompson's story, Philip's arc, and Eloise's eventual connection all need careful rewriting to suit the show's more compassionate lens. It could even be smarter to give Eloise a brand new love interest who better fits her modern-minded spirit. On top of that, if Bridgerton does end up wrapping with Season 6, even though Gregory and Hyacinth have their own books, it might actually be quite poetic for Eloise's love story to be the series' grand finale. She's always been the sibling most resistant to love and marriage, so letting her be the last to fall would feel pretty perfect. Shifting back to Benedict and Sophie for a moment, there are definitely some changes the show needs to make to their story. In An Offer from a Gentleman, Benedict blackmails Sophie into working as a lady's maid for Violet, basically trying to keep her close so she can be his mistress. That wouldn't fly on screen, not with how much we've come to love Benedict. Instead, the show could rewrite it so Benedict respects Sophie's wishes. Maybe he brings her to work for Alice and Will Mondrick instead, showing he cares more about her comfort than his own desires. It'd also be a clever way to connect the Mondricks' world to the Bridgertons. The only downside might be that Sophie wouldn't get to build her own ties with the Bridgertons in the same way, but that's easily solved. All in all, there's a lot to look forward to. Whether it's Benedict and Sophie's enchanting romance, Eloise finally opening her heart, or the Mondricks getting pulled deeper into Bridgerton life, Season 4 is setting the stage for some beautiful stories. And with more seasons on the horizon, it's exciting to think about how each of these characters we've grown to love will continue to evolve. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.